Today we talk about the rate of perceived exertion versus power meter and heart rate monitor. Hello legends and super legends, welcome to Veloharmony. In today's video we discuss why the rate of perceived exertion is the most important metric I believe you should pay attention to. Here's why. Say you have a power meter, heart rate monitor, one or the other, or if you don't have either of them, the rate of perceived exertion lets you know how you feel. For example, you go up the same hill every week on your regular course that you work out on. So you come to a climb, and let's say you're doing 300 watts on that climb one day. And that day, that 300 watts feels easy or relatively tolerable. Let's say another day, same climb, same 300 watts, and you feel like crap. That's where the rate of perceived exertion, or RPE, comes in, because 300 watts is 300 watts. Power meters don't lie. But if you feel crappy one day doing 300 watts and the next time you feel great, it is important that you don't ignore how you feel, that rate of perceived exertion, because what it means is your engine is telling you, your body is saying, something's off. Why are you feeling so crappy today doing the same effort that you felt great the last time you did? So for example, if you're feeling bad doing 300 watts that day, you have to go back and review the workouts prior to that workout. Did you do too much? Did you not rest enough? Was there a lot going on? Were you working 12-hour days? Was there a lot of workload at work? Did you have a lot of responsibility at work? There are other factors that influence and affect your body besides your exercise that you cannot ignore. It all plays a factor. The power meter has no way of knowing whether your boss was a jerk that week, whether you're working 16 hours a day because of a project you're working on for a period of time, whether you're working a light load, so that's why you're feeling great. You see, power meters don't know that. So you cannot ignore how you feel. Now, as far as heart rate, it's similar. If you're working with a heart rate monitor, one time, say 150 beats per minute might feel easy, and then the next time that same 150 beats per minute will feel crappy. The biggest difference between the power meter and the heart rate monitor is the lag time and all the environmental factors that it can affect your heart rate. And here's why. Because when you make an effort, the heart rate has to react to the effort that you've made. That's the main difference. The power meter is not reacting. The power meter instantly displays the wattage you're putting out. The heart rate says, oh, he or she is putting out this watt. I need to send this many soldiers. Let's say the beats per minute as soldiers. I'm going to send 100 soldiers because he's stronger now. He doesn't need 160 soldiers like he did before. So that analogy basically says that something that you needed 160 beats per minute for the heart to get blood and nutrients and other things to your muscles and remove lactate, as you get fitter, you will need a lower heart rate to do the same processing that you used to before. But the problem is the heart needs a few minutes to get those things going, to catch up to the effort that you have put out. The power meter is instant. But irrespective of either of them, it is still important that you listen to how you feel. Because if you're feeling worse doing the same work, you have to reevaluate what your training load is doing to you, what your workload at work or whatever else is going on in your life, work and family stress and other things, how they impact you. And maybe that day you don't want to do 300 watts on that hill, or you don't want to do 150 beats per minute. You drop the effort because you're not at your best that day. Don't ignore that. You can plan to work out hard, but if you get out there and you're not feeling like yourself, drop the workload. Don't stop working out. Drop the zone. Go to a lower zone and finish the workout. That's what I wanted to discuss briefly today. But to summarize, it is very important, regardless of what your goals are, that you have a structured plan to achieve them. Don't just go and ride around with no goals. Goals don't mean you have to race. Goals can be, I want to lose weight. Goals can be, I want to lower my blood pressure. Goals can be I want to get fitter, faster, thinner, whatever your goals are. Or I want to be ready for this 50-mile ride that's coming up. That's a goal. I want to get ready for this grand funnel. That's a goal. In order to achieve your goals, you must have a plan to get you to that goal. You can't just be riding around and hope to get into shape. This is why I try to cater my coaching program to everyone, not just racers. That's why I don't even call it a coaching program. I call it like life fitness and stuff like that, to just not scare people away. You don't need to be a racer to need a coach. You can even get a coach in anything that you do, because it gets you a better focus and it gets you there, okay? So that's what this video was about. Do not ignore your rate of perceived exertion in anything you do. I believe it is the one most important metric that you must pay attention to. Because even if you didn't have a heart rate monitor or a power meter, you will still pay attention to how you feel when you do something, whether you're riding solo or in a group. To that effect, don't let anything stop you. Keep getting your K's in.